Hi, I'm going to talk today about polygons. This is actually the second video. I just haven't recorded the first one yet. I do want to talk about a couple things and what makes an interior and exterior angle before we actually do the formulas. But if I just draw myself a little polygon here, doesn't have to be regular, that's actually an irregular polygon, then all of these angles inside, those are the interior angles. So a pentagon, 5 sides, has 5 interior angles. All right, and then if you extend a side, so you follow through a side and then you go further, it creates an exterior angle outside, and there's 5 of those also. The interior angle and the exterior angle, hopefully you can see right away, form a linear pair, so they are supplementary angles, and that's going to come in handy a little bit later. All right, so for the formulas, the first 2 on here are for interior angles, and the second 2 are for exterior angles. All right, the sum of the interior angles is n minus 2 times 180 degrees. Remember that n stands for the number of sides. All right, and the interior, and this is each interior angle of a regular polygon. First, you find the total number of degrees inside the polygon, and then you divide it by the number of sides. So they're fairly similar formulas, but they work independently. These 2 formulas have to do with the exterior angles. The sum of the exterior angles of a polygon is always 360 degrees. And each exterior angle would be 360 degrees divided by the number of sides. And this is a review. If you want to know why, go watch the previous video. That one will explain why. And then lastly, there's a couple ways to do this. You can just use these formulas here. Or another way that I like to find the number of sides is by doing 360 degrees divided by an exterior angle. That's where this comes in handy, because if you know an interior angle, you can find it easily just by subtracting from 180 and getting the exterior angle. So let's go over a couple examples. Number 1, what is the sum of the measures of the interior angle? So obviously, sum of interior angles is important. So that tells us that we're going to use n minus 2 times 180 formula. Then we need to see, well, how many sides? And it tells us it's a pentagon. So that means that n equals 5, because a pentagon has 5 sides. So 5 minus 2 times 180, 3 times 180. So a pentagon has 540 degrees in its interior angles. All right, you go ahead and do number 2. So same idea, read it carefully, pause the video, and then check your answer. All right, hopefully you got 4,500 degrees for a 27 gon. The next one says that we want to find the measure of each interior angle. So for that, we need to find the total number of degrees, n minus 2 times 180, and then divide that by the number of sides. So it is an octagon, which has 8 sides. So we're going to do 8 minus 2 times 180, 6 times 180, is 1,080 degrees. Take the total number of degrees and divide it by the number of angles. 1,080 divided by 8 means each, I'm writing this in a weird order, each interior angle is 135 degrees. All right, go ahead and do number 4. Pause the video. So each interior angle of a regular 20gon, regular means all sides and angles are congruent, that it has 162 degrees. All right, so let's put this into a little more practice. It says 5 angles of a hexagon. Hexagon is 6 sides. Measures 119, 129, blah, 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 blah. What is the measure of the 6th angle? So we have 5 of them. We need the last one. Well, first we need to know how many degrees a hexagon actually has. So we're going to do 6 minus 2 times 180. This is the formula for the sum of the interior angles. So a hexagon has 720 degrees. So far, we know that we used 119, 129, 104, 139, and 95 degrees. So we've already used up 586 degrees. So if we think about it, we would need to take that away. 720 minus 586 gives us 134 degrees for the missing angle. All right, let's look at number 6. The sum of the interior angles of a polygon is 1,620 degrees. Sum of the interior angles. Immediately when you see that should make you write down n minus 2 times 180. We want to know how many sides, so we don't know n, but we do know the sum is actually 1620. So this has to equal 1620. So we're going to solve. The easiest way to solve is to divide both sides by 180 to cancel that out. So n minus 2 equals 9. And then obviously add 2. So n equals 11 sides. This is an 11-sided polygon. All right, so pause the video and try number 7. It's the same idea. All right, hopefully you got that right. And if not, go back and check the work and ask me if you have any questions. Number 8, what is the sum of the exterior angles? Well, if you remember from the top or from when we did the other experiment, the sum of the exterior angles is always 360. In this case, we're talking about a nonagon. It has 9 sides, but that doesn't matter because all polygons have 360 degrees when you add up their exterior angles. And we'll do this one and then go to the next video. What is the measure of each exterior angle of a 20gon? Well, that formula is 360 divided by n. N is 20. So each exterior angle of a 20gon is 18 degrees. All right, watch the next video for the harder problems.